Hi, I just want to encourage some of you single Christians who are living in an area where there's a few people around. Maybe you're living in the countryside or in a small hamlet, a small town, a small built up area, whatever you call it in your country, but a place where there's very few people, and perhaps you attend a small church and the nearest biggest church is maybe many miles away or many hours away. I want to encourage you that God is able to do wonderful things to us who are in difficult situations, maybe concerning trying to find somebody to be our life's partner. God expects us to do our bit first of all, and that is to use the resources that are around us. And we may be stuck in an area that's with very little opportunities, but we've got the internet maybe, or an internet cafe, and there are some Christian dating sites. Some of them are paying, some are free, and these offer opportunities for us to try and meet new people and make new friends. And even in our church areas and even in our gatherings, there are people that come through the area that maybe are on holiday, and we just sort of bump into them. God is able to do that. But I especially want to encourage you, because many years ago God moved 2 Christian women to come to our house here. And let me give you a background, because the place where I live is in the middle of the countryside. It is miles away from anywhere decently built up areas. These 2 Christian women came from another country, another continent. They came on push bikes, and they came to a city that was again 200 miles away from here. And they got on their bikes and they cycled and hitchhiked all the way down to this part of the world called Devon. And somehow they took a road that is not the main route through the area. They took a country road basically, came up through our little road, came down to our little hamlet, saw a text on our door, knocked on the door and wanted a place to stay for the night. Well, they ended up staying for 2 nights. Now God brought these 2 women from another country. They came to a city where the airport was. It was miles away from here. God allowed them and moved them to take the most unlikely route to get to their destination, and just to stop outside of our house and desire to spend time. Now God is able to do that, and effectively He brought 2 Christian women to my house. Now of course I'm not saying that God's going to do that for us in life. We're expected to do our part, but God is able. What I'm trying to say is, look, we may be in difficult circumstances and situations. We may be in a place where there seems to be no hope of meeting anybody. It doesn't matter. As long as we do the bit, what we can in our part, as long as we do our part, do our bit, God is able to bring people into our lives, in our situations where we are. God is even able to bring somebody right to your door, as He's already proved with me. But most times God wants us to do our part. In fact, He always wants us to do our part, but most times He won't bring that person straight to your house, straight to your door, straight to your church even. You have to look around a bit. Even in the area you are, you can look around a bit and meet people and get to know people. And through doing that, God will lead you to the right person. With the story of Abraham and Isaac, God sent out His servant to find a wife for Isaac. And his servant went to a place where there was definitely going to be Christian women. He didn't go to a place where it was deserted. He went to a place where there was Christian women. And for us, we need to do the same as that. Whether we're men and women, we need to be in places where we are likely to meet other Christians, or at least in a place where there are men and women around, where God can use those opportunities. So be encouraged. God is able to do wonderful things.